here with Coley and Erin Estes of Coley Law in Cornelius, and we are going to talk a little bit about closing attorneys and their role in closing. At this time of year, property taxes, everybody's getting their property tax bills. They're prorated on the closing disclosure. So who wants to explain?
Yeah, so most counties now have sent out their tax bills for 2024. So we are paying those out at closing if they haven't been paid yet. So if your seller has an open mortgage and they have an escrow account to pay those taxes, they're collecting those in escrow to pay those. But we don't know when their lender is scheduled to pay those, so we collect it at closing. That way we know that they have been paid. And then for sellers, once it's been paid at closing, we send the payoff to their lender. Their lender can refund anything in that escrow account for the taxes they were collecting for. That way they're not paid twice.
Right.
And we always check before we send anything out to the county to make sure it hasn't been paid in the meantime. But we are prorating those at closing, so we collect it, buyer pays their portion, seller pays their portion, and then we send it off to the county for payment.
And then one step beyond that, in about a month or so, we're going to start having sellers come to the table that say, hey, my mortgage company says that my tax bill has already been paid out of my escrow account. So why are you collecting it from me here at closing? And they don't like that at all. Well, we have an obligation to clear all liens on the property, including ad valorem taxes. So just because the mortgage company shows that the tax bill is paid doesn't mean that the county shows it, because either it hasn't made it to them yet, or it's sitting on somebody's desk, they just haven't keyed it in yet. Could be any number of reasons. So what we do this time of year is we hold our tax checks for a couple weeks after closing. So in the event that the mortgage company has made that escrow disbursement, but the county just hasn't processed it yet, the county has a couple more weeks after the closing to get that mortgage escrow payment processed. And then, like Erin said, before we pay the bill that we collected at closing, we're going to check it again. And if we see that it's been paid at that time, all we got to do is cut a check back to the seller instead. They don't have to fight with their mortgage company.
Right.
They don't have to fight with the tax office. It's very nice and clean and simple when it's coming from us. So that is a way that we kind of deal with that complicated situation this time of year.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you,
I
Donna.
really appreciate this. And if you guys have any real estate questions, let me know, or Ann or Erin, let them know. And let me know. I can help make your real estate dreams come true.